There comes a moment for all of us when we realize we're on the wrong path, in the wrong relationship, or giving energy to something that no longer gives back. And in that moment, we have a choice. Do we stay because we've already given so much? Or do we walk away because we finally remember our worth? This isn't just about love. It's about anything that drains your spirit or misaligns with who you are becoming. Friendships, jobs, environments, even old versions of yourself you've outgrown. There's a quiet kind of power in walking away. Not out of anger, not out of spite, but out of self-awareness, out of strength, out of clarity. We're told to fight for what we want, to prove ourselves, to not give up too easily. But there's a difference between giving up and letting go. One comes from weakness, while the other comes from wisdom. Always remember, if you get on the wrong train, get off at the first stop. The longer you stay, the more costly the return trip becomes. Most of us don't struggle because we're unsure. We struggle because we've ignored the truth for too long. We stay because of the history, the time, the energy, the potential. Psychologists call this the sunk cost fallacy, the belief that we should keep investing in something simply because we already have. We say, I've already spent 5 years here. We've been through so much. Maybe if I try one more time? But here's the truth. The past is already spent. You don't get it back by staying. You just lose more. You don't need to keep bleeding to justify the wound. Let it pass. Let them go. Let yourself be free. We rarely struggle to know something is wrong. What we struggle with is leaving it behind. Because we want to believe in potential more than reality. We want to believe words instead of patterns. We want to believe in what could be instead of facing what is. But potential is not a promise. Hope without action is a fantasy. And love without effort isn't love. It's just a script with no story. You can't build a future on maybe. And you're allowed to say, this isn't working. I choose to no longer stay in what's misaligned. That's not weakness, that's self-respect. Let's talk about how you leave, because grace matters. Walking away with grace doesn't mean pretending nothing happened. It doesn't mean silence or suppression. It means refusing to self-abandon one more time. Grace means you don't argue with patterns, you recognize them. You don't beg for clarity, you create it. You don't stay to prove your loyalty, you leave to prove your growth. Grace is choosing peace without drama, choosing self-respect without explanation, choosing yourself without needing anyone else to understand. You don't need closure from them, another apology, or to explain your pain over and over again. Your peace is the closure. Your detachment is the answer. Your elevation is the final word. Walking away doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care deeply about your peace, your integrity, your future. You can say, I deserve better in the mirror 1,000 times. But if your actions don't reflect that, it's just a mantra with no meaning. Self-worth is not something you find in a quote. It's something you live in your decisions. It means you stop entertaining situations that confuse you. You stop over-explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You stop compromising your needs to keep others comfortable. You observe. You accept. You act. You trust that something better is coming, even if you don't see it yet. You trust yourself enough to leave, without a backup plan, without begging, without fear. At first, it feels like loss. Your nervous system is used to the chaos. Your mind will want to revisit, re-explain, rationalize. But here's what no one tells you. The moment you choose yourself, really choose yourself, your entire world begins to shift. Your nervous system relaxes, your energy clears, your vision sharpens, and the things you once cried over start to look small. You begin to realize that your energy feels lighter, your mind is calmer, and your heart is finally at peace. You were never asking for too much. You were just asking the wrong person, the wrong job, the wrong space. And what once felt like love starts to feel like a cage. What once felt familiar now feels foreign to the version of you who has evolved. The truth you'll come to realize is that you're not actually losing anything. You're making room for what's aligned. So if you're holding on out of guilt, obligation, or the weight of everything you've already given, pause. Ask yourself, am I staying because it's right? Or because I'm afraid to let go of what I've already poured in? Your time is sacred. Your energy is currency. Your heart is not a bargaining chip. Don't let what you've already spent become the reason you keep spending more of yourself. Get off the train, walk away, and do it with grace. Let your absence speak louder than your explanations ever could. Let your energy say what your words no longer have to. Because the woman who can walk away from something that no longer honors her doesn't just know her worth. She embodies it.